Hey guys, welcome back to Vanna Reels, where you'll always get the real reviews. So today we'll be reviewing Fatal Affair, which is currently on Netflix and starring Nia Long, Omar Epps, and then I think it's Stephen or Stephen Bishops or Bishop. You probably recognize him from being Mary Jane and a host of other things, but if you don't know him by name, then just go ahead and look him up. This movie is directed by Peter Sullivan. I'm not sure on too much of his work, but not too impressed on this project at all. I mean, I went and searched him after, and none of his work. I was like, I don't know what any of this is. So we're gonna dig right into it. I'm gonna give my overall movie review at the end of the video. I just want to go through a few other things before I step into the actual overall rating and review that I want to give it as far as stars. So what I want to dive into first is the actor and actress chemistry. I mean, the casting for this movie, Nia Long and Omar Epps in an intimate setting, I have never been way more, like, it just made my skin crawl watching them try to be intimate. It just, so let me give the background first before I even dive into any of that. Let me give an overview of what the movie is actually about. So Nia Long's character Ellie, she's a lawyer and she's almost about to quit her job at a law firm, and then her ex-lover from college who's played by Omar Epps, his character is David. He comes in and he pops back up into her life. She's already married. She has a daughter. That's with Stephen Bishops or Stephen Bishops. He plays her husband Marcus. So her ex-lover comes back into her life and he pretty much becomes obsessed with her and tries to get her to have an affair. So it's just like, it's a lot happening in between all of that, but that's just a quick overview of the movie without giving away too much detail. In case you do want to watch it, I don't want to give away too much. So pretty much actor and actress chemistry right off the back. Watching Nia Long and Omar Epps, I don't know if it's at the age they're at now why it seems so weird, or maybe because I haven't seen them play in a thriller before. I don't like watching them two together. I don't even know what to say. Like, I was literally on the edge of my seat, like, what is going on here? Like, who? And then just them acting together, I don't know who thought that that was a good idea. And just overall, the casting chemistry, it really didn't flow well. Like, it didn't make the movie comfortable to watch. I feel like the only reason why I watched the whole movie was because I wanted to review it. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I sat through the whole thing. But that was even hard to do. I'm gonna tell you that now. It was very hard for me to watch the whole movie. But yeah, overall casting chemistry, I would definitely score it at a 1. This is on a 1 to 5 scale as far as casting chemistry. Definitely a 1. I didn't really like it. I felt like it didn't really add value to the movie, and it didn't make me feel like this was something I could take seriously as a thriller. Like, it almost felt like watching a comedy. That's how bad the chemistry was. I will say, Nia Long's character Ellie and her husband Marcus, their chemistry wasn't too bad, but watching their intimate scene, it was kind of like, all right, like, this is not believable. They're not married. Like, this is not believable at all. So that was kind of hard to do. And then I would say another scene that really made me cringe was when Omar Epps' character David and Nia Long's character Ellie were in the bathroom about to, you know, have sex. And it just was, I don't know if it was too slow or I don't know, but either way, it was not doing it for me. Like, it was not a believable affair. Like, I feel like they could have done a better job making this a believable affair, because, well, it just was not going for me. So before I dive too far into that, because I could go far into that, we're gonna go into the storytelling of the movie. You know, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I was so confused throughout most of the story because they rushed through a lot of it. Like, I feel like a great opening scene. What they did for the opening scene, they showed this woman and her man getting killed in the house, but you don't know who did it or why. So come to find out, you know, it was about Omar's ex-wife. So it made sense. Okay, I mean, excuse me, David's character, his ex-wife. So that was enough detail to understand the background story of Omar a little bit, but I feel like where I was lost was the fact that how did he become obsessed with Ellie, which is Nia Long's character, over again after they dated in college. Like that correlation between him, you know, being with his ex-wife and leaving her. Well, they got divorced. I don't know who left who, but she probably left him because he was crazy. So her leaving him to him digging up Nia Long's character Ellie to find out where she worked. It just didn't, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, even with me explaining it, it doesn't make sense because they skipped so much just to fit it into an hour-and-a-half movie. Like, it just really was kind of like they could have did a better job explaining how Omar became into after 20 years, why he went and wanted to follow Nia Long to her job and start working at her job. Like, what? Like, it just doesn't add up. Like, that doesn't make sense. And then after the whole scene where Nia Long and Omar Epps are in the bathroom and they're about to have an affair, but she stops him, you know, they try to speed up the timeline after that where she's ignoring him and she's like, oh my God, I can't have this affair, yada yada yada. She's not answering him, whatever, she's ignoring him, and he becomes more obsessed. It's just like they just rushed through that whole time period. They just rushed through it. And then when they were rushing through it, it was just a lot of weird shit going on. I mean, to be honest with you, the scene where she was running up the steps trying to work out, they could have left that out because it was, I don't know, I've seen movies where they do, like when somebody's running on the beach or whatever, or they're running on steps near the beach. I've seen it happen before, but the way they edited it, I don't know if it was too slow and why I was just kind of like, what is going on here? Like, a lot of things were misplaced for me for this to be a thriller movie. It just really wasn't. I more so was laughing at everything that was just going wrong. Like, I was just like, what is happening? Like, what story are y'all trying to tell? Because this is not giving thriller at all. Like, it's giving low budget. I'm sorry, I should not be ragging on this bad, but y'all, this movie was so bad. I don't even know how to put it any other way. Like, it just was so bad. It was so many things wrong with it. So that also, the storytelling, I would definitely rate as a 1 because it just doesn't, like, you just don't understand enough. Like, there's so many questions you have when you're watching it that you can't even focus on the plot that's going on. And then the plot is so bad that you're just sitting there like trying to figure out, what am I looking at? Like, what am I trying to get out of this? So storytelling, I would definitely rate a 1. So next, we're going to dive right into the background music. The background music didn't really bother me too much in this movie. So I would probably give the background music like a 3 out of 5 because it was so many different things going on with the plot that you really didn't have time to even pay attention to how, you know, what the music was doing for the movie. So I really can't, I can't really say that that was like horrible. It was fair. It didn't make me cringe. The movie more so itself made me cringe versus the background music. But I will say, when they were in the club and the song came on, what was the song? I don't know. Okay, I can't remember what the song exactly was, but this was supposed to be like the running theme song of his craziness. And like, that was he wanted it to be their song. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, this movie's so bad, I can't even remember everything that is even the small details. Like, it's just... So they go to the club because she says to him, like, oh, I want it to be like 20 years ago. And then they go to this club scene. And when I tell y'all, this club scene looked like It was from Grand Theft Auto. Y'all know when, if you play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, you know when CJ goes to the club and then all these people in the background moving real slow and then he's supposed to be doing these dance moves. That's what that scene reminded me of. It made me feel so uncomfortable how they had -5 extras dancing in this fake club scene, and then Nia Long and Omar Epps are talking in the club. And it's just like, it didn't correlate. Like, it was just badly done. Like, I just feel like I don't know. Like, it just was, I could have done without that scene. Like, I feel like I would have preferred them. Or maybe just, you know, the scene was needed, but it just wasn't as executed as properly as it could have been. And I think that's where it really just made me feel like, why is this here? Like, what are we doing? And it was just too much. Like, y'all, that shit was horrible. But, you know, enough about that club scene as far as background music. You know, it was alright. I'll give it a 3. But that scene, I could have done without. So, now for my overall review of this movie. And this is a 1 to 10 scale. I would literally give this movie a 2. And that's me being nice because I like Nia Long. But other than that, I would never rewatch this movie. I would not recommend this movie. Maybe it could have been better. Here, let me say this. I feel like Omar Epps wasn't a good fit for her college lover. I feel like they could have used Idris Elba. I don't know if he would have done that kind of movie though, like on Netflix. I don't know if he would have done that. Or Boris Kojo, like somebody that's a little more believable at being in a thriller and being like a serial killer psychopath. Like, I just feel like the casting would so many things could have been done. Maybe, I don't know the budget for the movie, you know, I don't know those kind of things, so that makes a big difference. But overall, this movie is getting a straight 2 from me, and y'all can watch it at your own risk. That's all I'm gonna say. You can watch it at your own risk. It is up to you, but if you want a good laugh, I'll tell you, watch it. Go ahead and watch it. Go ahead, you have fun. But I'm telling you that I give it a 2, and that's me being nice. I can't really give it anything else. So many things were bothering me in this movie that I really want to talk about. But I know y'all not gonna sit through me talking about this movie for an hour or 30 minutes. So I'm gonna keep it cute and keep it short and tell y'all, watch it at your own risk. So 2 out of 10. So thank you guys for tuning in to my first official review on Vanna Reels. If you are enjoying the content that I'm bringing, please like, comment, subscribe, share, show it to your mama, show it to your daddy, show it to your auntie, show it to your grandmama. Okay, I don't care. Show it to everybody. I'm here. I want everybody to enjoy this, and I want everybody to know that Vanna Reels always gives you the real reviews.